and blue. And ahead, this is Moeller at midfield. Looking down and a whistle on the foul against Colombia. Actually, they'll say deflected off a Colombian player. My apology. Played in. This is Prates. Reich on the far side. Not able to do much with it. There's Jeremy's into the middle, and the one thing to watch for from Jens Jeremy is he starts in the middle, Ray, but he is a player that will work very hard and put in a lot of miles over the course of 90 minutes, all over the field.
Yeah, 16 of them. He's one of my favourite players for Germany. He's very industrious, but he uses the ball tremendously well.
Bermudez for Colombia. Moved ahead, and Zambrano well ahead of the play. The offside flag is up.
That's more like the German way, you know, lulling you into that false sense of security. The ball springboarded from the Colombians up front, but Moeller just stepped up as soon as he seen the ball was going to be played and sprung the offside trap.
And the Germans, to a degree, a 3-4-3 with Neubel and Reich as wings, with Prates in the middle up front, but of course along the back, Burns and the Raymer just in front of the veteran sweeper Lothar Matthäus. And on the right side, Marcus Babel.
See Matthäus springing the offside trap, of course, the veteran captain of Germany at the back, but the Colombia's in here now.
And sending it into the box, that was Zambrano. Khan will knock it away from Tino Asprilla, but the Colombians trying to challenge again. A stern tackle from Christian Burns.
We'll see. In like a Rottweiler there. Beautiful time tackle. See, Colombia, though, they come out and they're playing a lot of direct passes right at the Germans. A little bit different style, the Colombians, on this showing that they're going over the top. They're not being so intricate in the midfield. They're trying to beat the Germans over the top of the defense for the speed of Asprilla and, you know, Zambrano over the top. So that'll be interesting to see if they're going to go after the perceived lack of pace at the back for Germany.
Mauricio Serna just knocking it downfield, so it will be Oliver Kahn that will have the goal kick. And the foul goes against the Colombians. Ivan Ramiro Cordoba over the top. Prates will move to his forward position, and Moeller with the restart. Moeller right through Betancourt. Serna dispossessing Moeller, turns the other way for Colombia. Knocked away there by Babel, but the Germans can't quite control. Moeller with the throw-in.
Still very tight, still feeling each other out in these early goings. So nothing really, no team has certain themselves yet. Still trying to search for that rhythm, but I think Germany's come out and showed themselves to be the pressing team so far. Great switch of the play there.
They move it to Reich.
Good football.
Into the box. Squared across, but not able to find Boda. Now Moeller. Back to the middle, Moeller. Chips it forward, can't put it over the Colombian defense. Prates will head it down, but Betancourt, little back healer, goes right to Babel. Mateos,
good ball.
All squared across, headed away. Good job in the middle for the Colombians. And their captain, Jorge Bermudez.
This is more what we expect out of the German team, Joe. They're winning all the second balls, they're picking up all the spare balls. There's a lot more urgency in their play today.
Babel, the long throw in again, headed out of the box by the Colombians. Oh, right into Serna. This gives perhaps an opportunity for Marcus Babbel. He'll just take the throw in. And down to the ground goes Cordoba, who took it right in
right
the chest there. Excuse me, not Cordoba, but number 3. I thought it was 2, Fouad Maziri.
Yeah. Right in the bread basket. That knocked the wind out of him, all right. Good defending, though. He stood up to it. He's all right. Those Colombians are tough uns. Tough nugget. See the ball try to get fired in, and he takes it actually just below the stomach in that sensitive area.
Cross brought down by Jeremies.
Good ball.
Babbel squares across, drops down, shot, save is made. Oh, and misfired, and now the opportunity by Jeremies, and he sends it well over the goal.
Bad effort there in the end by Jeremies, but great play by Germany, knocking the ball out from Jeremies. It instigated this cross, which is a deep, dangerous cross, tough for the goalkeeper to deal with. That's a tremendous effort there, right at the goalkeeper. Great effort by Germany, and then we'll see this one just going over. Preach with a great effort, though.
Trades first, and then Marco Boda misfiring, and then it was Jeremies who sent it up over the goal cage. But the pressure that we really didn't see Saturday in Jacksonville from the Germans early on here, we do see from Germany against Colombia.
And typical of the Germans, that ball from Jeremies, the way he played it right out wide again, right where it already originally came from, you know, just to keep the possession, and then the dangerous ball into the box.
Serna. Now Bolanos. Moving ahead, it's back to Bolanos, tries to send it forward. The foul on Jeremies. Colombia the free kick. Just about 10 minutes into this match here at the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. You see no score between Germany and Colombia. Of course, Germany, Deutschland, Colombian. I think you can figure Colombia as well. Brian Hall, the referee, has to step over the ball. And now Verns. Boda overlapping on the left side, never gets service.
Good ball.
Now chipped ahead, but Preetz offside. Preetz and Boda both.
Seem to be enjoying the game now, Germany. They're starting to find the feet, winning the ball. Good ball. 2 men offside, obviously. Well played, Colombia. But just the winning of the ball, the switching of the player, Germany seem to be in sync. They're on step in here. Colombia still looking for Asprilla. First touch.
And Boda trying to streak downfield, but the foul goes against the Germans.
Do not give Asprilla any room to breathe in this game. You see that ball getting played into Faustino Asprilla, and there's 2 Germans right on top of him, giving away the foul. In that area, it's not such a bad thing, especially with a player like Asprilla who can turn on a dime and split you with a pass just in the blink of an eye. Good play again, Germany.
Moller to Verns. Oh, and nice play by Bolanos to knock it away. Here's Zambrano, plays it through. And the flag comes up. It looked like Zambrano had sprung Arlie Betancourt, but the offside flag raised. Another opportunity for the Colombians. Morantes trying to find Tino Asprilla. Here come the Germans. Kramer overlapping, squares across, Preetz in the middle. Oh, and deflected aside by Cordoba.
Difficult chance for Preetz to make anything out of there, Joe, but the fact that Germany's getting behind and across this Colombian defence is what must be encouraging to the German coach. It's showing a lot more latitude of their game, a lot more creativity as well. Looking dangerous.
And the first corner of the afternoon, and the Germans just take a short corner, play it in, and just sent over the bar. Again, the opportunity there for the winger Marco Reich.
One of the young up-and-coming German players, right, will be looking to take the initiative in this game and try to take a shot at goal whenever he gets the chance like that. Powerful shot. Neither goalkeepers really, other than that one shot from Preetz, has had anything to particularly deal with. Hasn't been an explosive attacking game, but got to lean towards Germany on how they're asserting themselves in this hot climate down here in Miami.
Back to Kahn, he couldn't handle it, and just puts it into the seats here at the Orange Bowl. You see some of the markings on the field. They wonder what those are. The shark there, sharks in the end zone. Well, Oliver Stone filming a movie here at the Orange Bowl, and when it comes out, it'll be the Miami Sharks that'll apparently be one of the featured teams.
There'll be sharks waiting for Germany and back in Germany if they don't win this game at all.
Morantes plays back, now Serna. Looks to the right side, but it was Maziri looking to come up the left and never got the service.
Again, all over Esprilla. 3 players right on him. Clamping down, typical German style defensively here.
Oh, counter-attack foiled. Betancourt not able to turn it the other direction, so the Germans.
As you see it, Joe, trying to get that counter-attack, because if there's one of these South American teams, it's Colombia that can really hit you on the break very effectively. The Germans seem to be snuffing them out whenever they're looking for that chance.
Bobble to Moeller. He's able to find Boda, but having to pull up on the run was Neuville. He was well offside. Now we see Neuville. Looks to square across. Nothing there, just played aside. Now Moeller.
Good ball.
Sends it into the box. Oh, and Preitz didn't have the opportunity. Pleading for the handball, but no, cleared away by Alexander Lemus for Colombia.
Tremendous ball into the box there by Muller. A lot of pace and wicked ball to deal with for a defender. It was curling. Just couldn't find a white shirt.
Reich. Not able to start anything off that throw in. They'll try one more time. Moeller back to Mateus. Switches field, but not controlled well by Marcus Babbel. Babbel, another one of the veteran players from Bayern Munich. His 38th cap now for the German national team.
A lot of the German players will be very familiar with each other. 3 or 4 Bayern Munich players, so there's a lot of familiarity there with the way they play. On the national team, very good aspect is Muller.
Muller watched closely by Serna, but able to find Babbel into the box, right back out by the Colombians. Jeremies gets it away, all the way across. This is Marco Reich. Reich looking to cut to the inside, takes the shot, save, the rebound, Preitz scores! Germany, the early lead is Michael Preitz, and they've waved it off. I believe they brought up the offside flag after the initial shot. By Reich.
Getting slammed in here, tough call. I think when he hits it, he's level. He should be onside if he's level. I think Colombia might have dodged a bullet there. Very, very close call, but great play there by Germany. Great patience, switching the ball back and forth. A very hard, difficult ball to deal with, played in, and what looked to be a good goal wiped out. But certainly Germany really pressed through there and give Colombia a lot of problems to deal with that ball in.
Looks pretty good, and again, it's supposed to go in favor of the attacker if he's still level with that back line of defense. No longer do you have to be behind.
And the ball was hit with such venom. The shot was so hard. It was very difficult call for the referee, for the linesman to make.
And very reminiscent of the shot that Johan Karofsky found the back of the net on Saturday. Just able to cut to the inside of his defender and was able to, in that particular case around Babel, and was able to just put it right into the upper corner. But this time the save was made by Cordoba. Crates apparently played it by. Now trying to spring free for the Colombians. Lemus never quite got there. Misplayed by the German defense.
Good tight intricate play there by the Colombians.
Now across looking for Asprilla, and maybe they should have instead found Henry Zambrano. Lemus tried to play it all the way across, and Zambrano was right there. Now again the Colombians spinning and turning. Zambrano, they're not able to make the pass.
Tremendous finesse and unbelievable pace down that right side there, Joe, by Zambrano. Absolutely world-class speed to leave the German defender in his way.
And down hard is Marco Reich. Have to see what he's like. That, of course, is Lemus. And he got Reich after playing the ball.
I see he did. Very naughty, that.
And our first booking of the afternoon goes to Alexander Lemus.
Best spell for Colombia, though, the last 5 minutes. They've shown that flair and that creativity that we all know that they can produce in very tight situations. Tremendous feet, great control, very tight, intricate passes, and then trying to spring a player in there. Zambrano there, electrifying down that side and dancing around like Fred Astaire in the box, but just not able to get clear.
Moeller trying to get by Bolanos. Reich apparently is shaking off the knock he took. Now Lemus again looking for Asprilla. Burns cuts it off. Neuville not able to send it forward. Now Asprilla has it back. With Newcastle and Parma. Now Asprilla. Zambrano trying to give and go with Asprilla. Tino can't quite get to it. Zambrano looks to take it away, and the Germans turn it back. Good play by Marco Reich.
Great entertainment there by Asprilla as well, linking up with Zambrano, trying to get something in that tight defence. They'll need a shoehorn to break this German team open, I think, today. They're very, very tightly packed in that centre.
This is Neuville pushing to the byline, squares across, and saved from the line, then covered up by Cordoba. Well, initially it was stopped by Ivan Cordoba, the defender, and then Oscar Cordoba dove on it. Reich misplays it, gives the throw into Colombia. The new manager for Germany, Eric Riebeck, takes over for Bertie Vogts, and he has some work to do, and somewhat at a disadvantage as they get ready for Euro 2000. Ray, as they're in the situation where they don't have to play any qualifying games as the defending champion, so they have to set up friendlies like this against the US and Colombia just to prepare for the European Championships next summer, again in Belgium and Holland.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. They certainly need it, that's for sure. They need games, this German team. You can see much more organised here today than they were last week against the States, and but they'll need to get that cohesiveness and that rhythm back into their national game. And the more games like this they have, obviously, the better it's going to be. But so as we said at the start of the show, that you know, they haven't got those players coming through, so he hasn't got a whole lot to work with in terms of pure talent. But Colombia's in here, he's onside.
And Zambrano touches back to Asprilla. Tino cuts to the inside. Gives off to Betancourt. Making the tackle to knock it away. Verns for Germany. Asprilla goes down, upset over no call as he collided there with Marcus Babbel.
Asprilla looking to get the call there. I think he was playing for it a little bit. He knocked it past the German player and maybe took a little bit of a down. Good referee, Brian Hall. For me, the best referee in the United States, without a doubt. Very, very good, able referee. I hope he doesn't make me eat my words in this game. But he really is. He's one of the more dependable, reliable, good referee, Brian.
And in front, as you mentioned, Ray, a partisan crowd, a lot of yellow in the stands here at the Orange Bowl this afternoon. Khan plays it deep as we have just gone past the midway point of this first half here at the Orange Bowl. Glad you could join us. Whether it's pay-per-view on DirecTV with USSB, and the play in the midfield, Betancourt powering through for the Colombians, and the foul goes against Betancourt. And then a hit in the back of the head of Jeremies. We'll have to see if a booking comes out of this.
Yeah, for Jeremies.
And Jeremies gets the card, but perhaps Ivan Cordoba, the defender for Colombia, should have as well, as a little shot to the back of Jeremies that happened behind Brian Hall. Well, there you see the tackle, but somehow it's Betancourt.
They called the first one, but Jeremies really lashed out at the Colombian there. That was
Asprilla.
Asprilla, and he really very fortunate not to be sent off for that one, because the ball was gone long past being involved in the play, and Jeremies just lost his head in the hot sun. The game being played at a good little pace, really, Joe, because it's so hot and quite humid down there today for Miami's weather, and it's not exactly conducive to the German style, but they really are pressing well, doing a lot of good running up and down this field. It's a good sized field at the Orange Bowl, plenty of space to be covered.
115 yards long, 72 wide. Jeremies, the yellow card in the 23rd minute on Asprilla, who continues to try and make the runs. And you may think, if you're just out and about, maybe out on the beach here in Miami, 82 degrees, just about right, but not if you're out on the pitch.
No.
I want it to be about 65, maybe a little cloud cover.
Yeah. It's certainly not, it's golfing weather, this. It's not for playing such a dynamic game as soccer, but these guys are dealing well with it and putting on a good show here.
That's Babbel, finds Kreitz. Michael Kreitz will lay it off to Reich. Reich squares across, flicked on and just wide. Kreitz, the flashing header that just goes wide of the goal. Another opportunity for Kreitz. Well, he has at least established himself in the match here today. Maybe not as much on Saturday against the Americans. Maybe Michael Kreitz has a future with the German national team. He's definitely created some opportunities. Yep,
he's certainly been the danger man, Kreitz. And virtually all the chances that Germany's had have been coming in from these wings, Even when they've got the ball in the centre of the goal area, they've had a tendency to play it out wide. I think they feel as if they can get some danger from the flanks.
And now Betancourt running onto this, tripped up, and no call in the box. Play on.
Either that's an excellent call, which, let's have a look at this one. Is it a good tackle? I think he got a piece of the ball there, but he certainly got a piece of the man as well. So look from this great angle.
Nothing yet.
I think he got away with one there. Definitely a penalty by this angle.
Well, the Germans had what looked like a good goal taken away, Ray, and here what looked as should have been a penalty called, taken away for the Colombians, so maybe the ledger now all clean.
Yep, really. I think that evens the field, because that second angle that we had a look at, great camera shot, that showed unquestionably that there was contact made on the player by Mateus, and Brian Hall maybe just didn't have that angle on it. No. Certainly let him off the hook.
At the pace of play here, the referee, Brian Hall, up and down the field doing what he can to keep up with things. Now Zambrano, Betancourt, plays it through. The opportunity, Asprilla scores!
Superb goal by Colombia. Outstanding football. Outstanding.
Great passing by the Colombians. First on the left side, Henry Zambrano moved it up to Betancourt, slid across to Morantes, who saw Faustino Asprilla all alone in front of Oliver Kahn, and Tino Asprilla will not miss many chances like that. The Colombians have the lead.
It's a world-class goal, this. It's going to be an absolute pleasure to look at this, because the Colombians just knifed them and diced them up here. Brilliant by Zambrano. Look at that body swerve there. Great little touch pass here. Gets fed into the box again. Asprilla's lurking there, waiting for the ball played across. And it's just going to be a tuck away for Asprilla. He could put it in with his hands tied behind his back on that one. Beautiful weighted passes all over the field by Colombia. Excellent vision.
Neider Morantes, as you mentioned, great vision here to see Asprilla all alone.
In clinical in his finish, but the lead up, Zambrano as well for me, has been a dynamite player for Colombia. Tremendous pace. They've got to be very happy with that. Germans, a little bit upset with themselves. I think it's fair to say they've had the lion's share of the game, Joe, but they haven't really, done it where it mattered at that end of the field, in front of the goal. And the Colombians, like we said early on, they will hit you and they will kill you with one opportunity just like that.
In the 27th minute, the Colombians, Asprilla with the goal. Give much credit to Morantes as well. As you mentioned, Zambrano, well, you can't give out 2 or 3 assists in the international play, but if you could, everybody should get a little hand in that one. Great passing by the Colombians.
Yeah, no more so than Zambrano. Totally made it his goal, that one. Great football.
Asprilla, his 16th international goal for the Colombians.
He's in. He's in.
Now running on, Zambrano across, could not find Morantes.
Neuville did very, very well there to cut that absolute killer pass there again by Zambrano, but just got enough on it. See him springboarding the attack down this side. See, looks up, takes his picture, tries to feed it in. Good defensive play there by Germany.
And give Neuville credit, is right when Zambrano got by him, he knew his only chance was to maybe cut down the pass, leave the shooter to Kahn. If Zambrano's going to shoot, let Kahn watch it, cut into the middle, and that saved the play for the Germans. On the corner, into the box it comes down, cleared out. Headed back on by Lemus.
Just what Germany didn't need, facing the Colombians with the tails up in the air now. He's
Asprilla plays through. Zambrano shot parried aside.
Yeah, the Colombians smell blood now, all right. They're really after them and turning it on. Now we've got to see how the Germans respond to this. Good save by the goalkeeper, but again, Colombia, quick feet. Zambrano powers this shot at goal, smacks it right at him. Good defensive play by the goalkeeper, tucking it around the post.
And Lemus up into the air, chips it, tries to see if he can make some play in the air for the Colombians, but Kahn comes out to grab it. Kahn, who mans the nets for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Neuville down the side, but Geramis can't get to it. Well, as you mentioned, Ray, if they can't change the result here this afternoon, it will definitely been a nightmarish trip for the Germans across the pond here to the United States. Now Asprilla,
brilliant.
Finds Morantes, back to Asprilla. Zambrano in the middle, and Burns will clear it aside. But a corner for the Colombians.
again, the Colombians showing that intricate style of close interplay, beautiful interchange of passes here, but with vision as well, playing it into the space behind the German defence. Again, Verns just cutting that ball out with the tip of his toe. Last gasp effort there, just cutting it out.
Neira Morantes with the corner. A strong corner all the way across. Bolanos finds it. He's being challenged. Good challenge by Muller, but perhaps a bit too vicious. A free for the Colombians. About 38 yards out from goal, so not quite sure what they might be able to do with this. And Bermudez can't quite keep it alive, heads it up into the seat, so Khan will have the goal kick.
Terrible free kick there by Colombia. That's Bermudez, the trying to get on the end of a very poor free kick. Wasted opportunity there by Colombia.
Bermudez, one of 3 players from Boca Juniors in Argentina on the Colombian national team. Cordoba and Serna the others. And Oscar Cordoba, the goalkeeper, I should clarify. Ivan Ramiro Cordoba also plays in Argentina for San Lorenzo.
He's in.
And now Neuville tries to slip it by. Prates the score! A misplay in the box by the Colombians. Cordoba was not able to cover up the attempt by Neuville. And Michael Prates. This time, this goal will stand.
Well, he's been threatening all game. Again, we see the ball being played more out to the flank than directly into the area by Germany. Definitely going to the wings to get a lot of the success. Goalkeeper has a tough job, tries to parry it out, but Prates is lurking there like a vulture and snaps it up. See, battling away. It's a free ball, lunging in, just gets enough on it, and it falls nicely for Germany. Fortunate enough to level the score. Good game.
Prates, his first full international goal for the German national team. In the 33rd minute for Prates. And the team's level at 1. But now Asprilla, again challenged in the 18, couldn't quite come up with it against Christian Verns.
2 goals as well, Joe, that really typify the national teams, you know. Colombia scoring that beautiful intricate pass, Germany more direct with a long ball.
Verns blasted it into Betancourt, but now this is Morantes. Betancourt across Zambrano. Has to turn away, finds Maziri. Now Tino Asprilla steps over, and then Neuville decides he's had enough and just kicks it aside. Maziri finds Asprilla, but he'll play all the way back to Jorge Bermudez.
Good one.
Run inside, Morantes looking for Zambrano. Morantes chopped down there by Prates. And Brian Hall reaches to the pocket, Prates the booking. Well, in the book for the goal, now for the card.
That situation a while ago, Germany getting possession of the ball, and I see here Prates absolutely wipes him out. There's no question there of the foul.
Comes in the 34th minute.
But Germany used to hit you on the run a lot more effective than that. When you get possession in that 35-yard line around their own area, they would be hitting you and running at you that element of the game is just not there anymore right now.
And a long ball by the Colombians that's knocked aside by the Germans, and something you don't normally see out of the South American sides, those long balls, especially as they reverse field.
The space is being given as well here.
Asprilla collides with Verns, shoulder to shoulder. No call from Hall. Ziri. Serna plays ahead, and Morantes working for Asprilla. The foul called against the Germans. So now this could be a dangerous situation for Colombia. They are 27 yards away, maybe 26.
Lining it up now with Asprilla, finding out what his best angles are. Could be a ploy.
There's Asprilla talking with Bermudez. Asprilla, he takes it right into the German wall. Oh, and then Asprilla takes a hard one as the Germans look to clear it away. Bobble that knocked it into Tino. Almaziri. Morantes can't quite get it.
Good play, Germany.
Oh, nicely through and given away. Marco Remer.
Just that half yard away again, Joe, that we talked about. The Germans, they get possession, good steadying play, but that killer pass just isn't there for them.
Serna. Oh, from behind, Bowler almost pulled him down, but Serna continues upfield. Play on signaled by Hall. And Serna looking to drop it into the box, but too far in front of Asprilla. And Oliver Kahn. Well, I believe that's going to be a push that goes against Ivan Cordoba. Mola will just knock it over, and Boda makes his run, but now comes across to Neuville.
Again, out the wide.
Heads it on, back to Neuville. Babel trying to find Neuville, cut off by Serna. Here come the Colombians. Betancourt. Zambrano. Verns knocks it aside, but right to Serna. Serna plays it through. Asprilla could not get to it, pleading that he was being held by Remer.
Yeah, Asprilla's been crying all this game to Brian Hall, the referee, asking for better treatment, better protection, but Brian's just letting the physical contact take place until it gets really nasty, which is good. This is a good run.
Moeller. Left side, Reich. Nothing there, so the Germans knock it back. They'll set up again. Boda back to Mateus. Oh.
Beautiful.
Verns. Neuville now Babel. Calling forward as he ran into space was Boda. Morantes for Colombia, watched by Yeramis. Play on. Comes Neuville. Muller in the middle.
Wide again.
Over to Reich as they look from the service from the flanks. Reich can't quite square it across. Cut down on that far side by Lemus.
Oh.
Now Asprilla, playing for Zambrano, who I think stopped because he felt he was offside.
Yep, he had to take that step back, didn't he? And found his own momentum against him. It's a shame because Asprilla had seen him. Free. Cat and mouse now. The Colombians are playing with the Germans at the back, just looking for that ball that's going to hurt them. Great distribution again there by Mateus, but just out of... pulls all the strings from that deep position at the back. Seems a little wet down there, Joe, that field, isn't it? You know, right on the...
Well, they did water it right about an hour before game time. They finished up watering it. It started about 2 o'clock, went for about 15 or 20 minutes. We see Zambrano, who started that wonderful tic-tac-toe passing that set up the goal by Asprilla. Amorantos, Zambrano, cut down by Burns, and the free kick for the Colombians. About 30 yards away for this. Again, perhaps an opportunity for Asprilla.
See Burns getting a bit of the man along with the ball. Tough call.
Khan directing his wall. Asprilla will not be involved this time on the initial kick. Instead, Betancourt and Morantes. Morantes curls it along. Asprilla can't get ahead to it. It's plainly evident that the Colombians trying to run the offense one way or another through Tino Asprilla.
Yeah, they know where the bread's buttered, so to speak, Joe. They feed it into Asprilla even when he's got 2 men on him, you know, because he's such a magician in tight situations.
Knocked back to Khan. Zambrano provides the pressure, but Khan takes his time. Throwing for the Colombians as it got by Reich.
Oh,
Morantes plays through. Asprilla, the chance into the side net.
Tremendous move again there by Colombia. Unfortunately, didn't have anything to pull it back to. Needed that extra man lurking in the middle. Good break though by Colombia. Getting behind the German defense at will.
Khan signaling the players upfield in the waning minutes here of this first half of play at the Orange Bowl. A little bit over 2 minutes to play here. Germany and Colombia tied at 1. Raymer ahead, Moeller in the middle, but that pass cut off by Bolanos.
Good play.
Now Serna chipping it forward. Zambrano.
He's open for Asprilla.
Finds Asprilla, turns with the left foot. Put it right into the backside of Neuville. They'll try on the right side, but unable to spring the man free. They tried to get Zambrano. Oh, a great run here by Boda, pulled down from behind. There should be a booking, and it is.
Well, you see that one. He's supposed to exchange shirts at the end of the game, but you can see this one getting pulled off the lad's back. Well, I tell you what, it's not right, it's not correct, but it was necessary, because if he hadn't been pulled down to the ground there, the Germans were really off to the races. It was very effective if it wasn't correct.
And it was a great run by Marco Boda. The restart, and there we have it. Muller. Burns, as you see, we are even at 1 here at the Orange Bowl between Germany and Colombia. Left on and Muziri knocks it off of Bobble. A throw in for Colombia. Ryan Hall keeping time on the field.
Alexander Lemus in the 44 minute.
The yellow card goes to Lemus a moment ago for the Colombians. And looking at Brian Hall for the whistle as we should be approaching halftime here in just a moment. And there the run made by the Germans, tripped up and play on signal by Brian Hall. Like Moda had the opportunity for the Germans.
Well played.
Oh, Asprilla flicks it on. Morantes tries to run onto it. Burns will clear it aside. A corner for the Colombians.
Again, Zambrano, they were setting the stage for these players to step up to the mic, likes of Asprilla. Beautiful footballer, this Zambrano. The number 18 for Colombia, such a handful. Good opportunity again there for Colombia.
Morantes lines up the corner. This one a little bit better. Bermudez tries to flick it on goal, but instead sends it aside. Khan will have the goal kick. And there hasn't been a great deal of stoppage in this first half, so I would expect that very soon we'll get the whistle from Brian Hall.
Both teams will be happy to take this result in there as well.
And there's the whistle. And after 45 minutes at the Orange Bowl, it is Germany and Colombia even at 1-1.
The following program is brought to you by Puma.
We'll have to double check on those bookings from the first half, because here in the stadium they announced Lemus with the yellow card in the 44th minute. And if that's the case, and it looks like it may have been Lemus, because if that's the case, that would have been his second yellow card of the day and he would be sent off.
Yep, that's
so
what
it is 11 against 10 for the second half here, right at the tail end of the first half. Lemus picked up his second yellow card of the night, or the afternoon, I should say. And the Colombians play a man down.
Well, the Germans will certainly be looking to assert their, numeric superiority in this, because if they lose to 10 men now,
perish the thought if you're Eric Rybak. And Jens Jeremies has come out of the game for the Germans, as we see Nerlinger comes in.
Good player, Nerlinger, number 8, uses the ball very well. A lot of vision, good strike of the ball, but a very creative player for me, Nerlinger. I like him.
Christian Nerlinger plays in the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund. European champions, or the Champions League European Cup winners from 2 seasons ago. And here the Colombians pressing. Asprilla squares across. There's the play for Preciado, who has come in as well for the Colombians.
Play. Beautiful.
This is squared across, and just stepping into it to knock it away for the Colombians. Just a great play there. I think that's now Yepes that has checked in for Colombia. And indeed it is Mario Alberto Yepes, a left back now for the Colombians. Asprilla. Plays ahead, Preciado. The left-footed blast, it just sails wide.
There was some salsa on that shot, that's for sure. Man, he really got a hold of that. You see him lining up and he bangs this one right at the goal. Just starts to fade away. Man, that would have been a spectacular goal. Fabulous, fabulous shot.
Preciado, the blast for the Colombians.
First touch of the game for Preciado. What a great way to start here.
Squared across into the box, dropping down, trying to find Marco Bolda, and he just couldn't make contact. Well, changes for the Colombians here in this. We start the second half. Fouad Maziri is out for Mario Alberto Yepes, and of course Preciado comes in for Arle Betancourt, and of course Lemus out with the 2 yellow cards that he picked up.
Played. It's dangerous.
Played through. Preciado runs onto it. Khan comes out, cuts it down, and then covers up.
Great save by Khan. Beautiful ball there, played through again by Zambrano. Right through to Preciado. Just tries to sneak it past the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper's there, brave as a lion. Covers it up. Good goalkeeping by the German. Oliver Kahn. Good goalkeeping.
Jorge Bolanos also out for the Colombians in favor of Herman Gaviria. And now the German square across, and Oscar Cordoba will cut this one off as it was right in front of Michael Prates.
Prates asking for the ball to be delivered upstairs, though he wanted an aerial ball. He didn't want the ball played in low. He was screaming for it at the back post for it to be played onto his head. Good switch.
Colombians, man down, trying to spring a man free. Asprilla. Bolda keeps it away from the byline and actually knocks it into Asprilla.
Good opening stuff, this end to end. Really excellent attacks by both teams.
Actually, Kahn has come out for the Germans. Our apology. That is now Jens Lehmann in net for the Germans. Another substitution by Eric Rybeck. Said he wanted to see a number of different players here. He's getting the opportunity. Morantes, now Asprilla from behind. Reich tries to knock it away. The foul is called. Just underway here, second half. About 7 minutes into the second half between Germany and Colombia. The Colombians had an opportunity earlier with Preciado. He can't quite get to this one. Verns knocks it away, finds Neuville. Knocked right in. This is the German captain Lothar Matthäus. Into the middle bobble. For Nerlinger. Christian Nerlinger slides through the bubble. Goal on the back heeler. Nerlinger didn't continue his run.
It's dangerous here, 4-3.
Asprilla down the right side. Zambrano. Morantes finds Asprilla. Watched by two defenders. Asprilla pushes to the byline. The shot parried away by Lehman.
Good counter-attack by Colombia again, off a good attack by Germany. Both teams looking for this go-ahead goal. Not going to come easy, because I tell you, they've got round them both times. Asprilla trying to fire his shot in. I think he might have done better to get to that byline, get to the goal line and try to force the ball back. Asprilla, though, a great feat.
Into the box, Bermudez the header. The defender at the post. And now the Germans. I believe it was Neuville at the post that was able to knock that one down for Germany, but Moeller has it taken away, and here comes Colombia with Preciado. Oh, stepped over the ball, and that impeded it. Now Preciado cuts down Lothar Matthäus. Ball doesn't go to the pocket.
Preciado a little bit annoyed at himself for losing possession earlier on, and takes Matthäus out from behind.
Well, that could have ended up being a red card if Brian Hall had decided to make a call. FIFA trying to crack down on those challenges from behind. Then 1-1 here at the Orange Bowl in Miami. Matthäus plays to Burns. Oh, beautiful ball to Neuville. Neuville squares across. Preitz the header. Goal! Michael Preitz from out of the air brings down the cross by Neuville and buries it by Oscar Cordoba. Preitz is second of the afternoon, and Germany leads.
Tremendous goal there by Preitz. He was calling for the ball earlier to be played up to him in the air onto his head, and the respond this time. Neuville, a great ball. That's a tremendous looping pass. Very difficult to defend. I tell you what, Joe, that's a dynamite header, because that ball is dropping out of the air like a stone. It's a class cross, this. Very difficult to deal with for a defender, but Preitz gets all of the power behind that ball and just absolutely fires it down. Everything correct. Typical German. Everything correct. He hits it hard, he hits it down. Goalkeeper makes a good effort to get it, but a brilliant German finish there.
Preitz in the 55th minute, scoring for Germany. And again, in just his second full international match, the first being against the Americans on Saturday. Preitz, his second international goal, both this afternoon for the Germans.
Well, it was said earlier on he'd been a danger man. He was threatening all that first half, but I tell you what, that ball from Neuville was a class ball. He's in again, no. But it was a beautiful pass, because he had his defender with him. The Colombian defender was marking him very tightly, but he just got enough on it to get a good swinging crossover into the danger area. It was beautifully executed.
Matthäus will slot it over to Lehman. Moves out to Raymer. Keep in mind the Colombians playing a man down. Alexander Lemus picked up 2 yellow cards in the first half. Long ball by Lehman. Neuville runs onto it. Neuville from behind, tripped up. The flag comes up. Foul is called. Good pace shown here in the second half by Oliver Neuville. Out of Hansa Ronstock. And the Colombians a bit more subdued now that they see their national team down by a goal. Moeller with the free. Into the box. Bermudez heads it out for Colombia. Right back to Moeller. He'll just go ahead and let it go into touch for the throw-in.
And if there's a team in the world that must be difficult to play against with 10 men, it's the Germans, because they can adjust their game. They're proficient enough, they're tactically aware as individuals. That's the way they're brought up from schoolboys. When you're playing against 10 men, look for Germany to probably pull them even wider now and take advantage of that man advantage. But Colombia's got the type of players as well. Given the opportunities, they'll snap your hands off if you give them that opportunity in front of goal. So they'll keep battling against this German team. Makes it a real good, interesting game again now.
Well, waiting for the ball to come out of the stands. The Colombians don't want to give it up. There we go.
I think that was Carlos Valderrama in the crowd. Wouldn't give the ball back.
And Krebeck ready to bring in another substitute for Germany. But off the throw-in into the box, taken by Morantes. Moving it ahead is Gaviria. Oh, but Reich takes it away from Tino Asprilla. In the midfield now. Left side, Boda. Wide for Reich. Watched by Gaviria. Push on to Reich.
Oh, man.
Play on by Brian Hall. Felt that Reich could have held his ground a bit.
Oh.
Cordoba into the middle. Flicked onto Asprilla. Back for Zambrano. But cut off by the Germans and Lothar Matthäus. Now Neuville. Trying to create some damage again. Space. Squares across. Oh, slipping down was Moeller. Lost his footing on the grass, and Neuville goes down hard. And the free kick will come from the right side. Here is Neuville with the cross, and then just stepped on by Mauricio Serna.
We'll feel that one in the morning.
That'll leave a mark.
The real Dennis the Menace down that side though, isn't he, Neuville? He's giving them all sorts of fits down that right flank.
Moeller into the air. Preitz can't get up for it. Got it away by Chiepes, and then the shot in on Cordoba, and he will quickly outlet. Morantes.
Good ball.
Has Zambrano on the
Asprilla.
middle, and now Asprilla. Beautiful through ball to Tino. Asprilla shot saved by Lehmann. Jens Lehmann knocks aside the attempt by Tino Asprilla.
That's a real bad chance, this miss for Colombia. Fabulous attacking football on the counter-attack. A dynamite ball into Asprilla. Gets a perfect first touch, picks his spot. Goalkeeper comes up trumps. Turns them away, but brilliant attacking play there by Colombia. Should have scored, no question.
Another opportunity is Morantes into the box, right over the head of Bermudez. Attempt by Zambrano, knocks right into the German defender. Moeller switches field, again running onto it, Oliver Neuville. Now to Reich, plenty of space on the left side.
Oh, he's in.
Back across on the volley, and the flag up. Looks like Preitz, bidding for the hat trick, had the volley attempt, but the flag was up.
Tremendous action from end to end. It's like watching a game at Wimbledon. Tennis match, the ball's being batted around from end to end. Tremendous quality attacks both from Colombia and Germany on the counter-attack. Scintillating football from both teams.
Well, we should give credit to Oscar Cordoba, Colombian goalkeeper, who very quickly after the save had been made saw that Morantes was free on the left side, and that's what started the whole counter-attack. The quick play of the ball by Cordoba.
Absolutely, Joe.
Oh, and a dangerous high kick by Burns. for the Germans. Sets up a free kick for Colombia. Just atop the 18. About 26 yards out for the Colombians.
We had one in the first half pretty identical to this, and Asprilla was the guy who spanked it from that distance. I think they might have a change of plan here.
Hall moving the German wall back with the football lines on the field here for American football. Easy for the referee to see where the 10 yards is. So they won't be able to cheat up a little bit and get away with it.
Yeah.
And on the free, just sailing over the goal, Bermudez had it teed up for him, but couldn't keep it down.
Bermudez plenty of power, but just hit it in a way that the ball's always going to be rising and rising, just faded away over the top. I think Ribbeck there trying to motivate his players to keep this going. He needs this result, the German coach. Of the morale.
This is Yepes on the far side for Colombia. Serna. The Colombians a man down and a goal down against the Germans here this afternoon in Miami.
Good play again, Zambrano. What a delightful footballer.
All the way across, brought down by Cordoba. Gets it back. Zambrano. Tino Asprilla have to knock it back. The Colombians being a little bit more patient now.
Giving the Germans all this time to organise, though, it's just what you really don't need. Got to hit them on the break, hit them hard and hit them fast. The Germans, I think, in order. That's where the Colombians have had most of the success, Joe, where they've really took the ball at Germany at pace or on the break.
And off the ball, Nerlinger called for the foul. Oh, and you're not going to be happy with this, Ray. Edwin Congo comes on for the Colombians, and off the field comes Henry Zambrano.
There's the entertainment, a lot of entertainment value gone off if that's Zambrano, which it is. Such a shame. But he's put a lot of work in today, Henry Zambrano. It's a pleasure to watch him play. Good ball.
Into the box, still loose, and Lehman will dive down to cover up. Prevents the corner. Foul on the far side against Crates.
Crates doing well to hold the ball up there, waiting for support. Bit of a silly foul this. You see his feet being taken from behind on the sideline. 45 yards from goal. Really no need to foul the boy there.
And the cross looking for Reich, but now Asprilla. And again, the Colombians, despite being a man down, quick to push upfield. Asprilla cuts to the middle. Bremer steps up from behind. Asprilla fouled. Perhaps a wisely taken foul by the Germans.
See Asprilla stopping dead on the ball on a dime and getting his legs taken away and his shirt pulled down and his hair pulled out and everything else.
Marcus Babbel for Germany. And another free kick for the Colombians. Well, the Germans have given them some opportunities, that's for certain. And into the box, Bermudez trying to get by Lehman, and a penalty. Hall points to the spot. Lehman taking down Jorge Bermudez. Off the free kick into the box, and Bermudez.
Certainly a penalty, wasn't it?
Taken by Lehman. Never got to the ball.
I think it was Mirantes that played a very clever, deceptive free kick. Just a stabbing pass right over the top of the German defence. Just froze them for that minute, and then The Colombian defender springing himself clear of his defensive duties, getting into the box, and goalkeeper having no real no chance of other than to bring the guy down to save a certain goal. Clever football by Colombia.
Lehman's cap goes into the back of the net. As he will await the kick from Asprilla. The kick, the goal! Tied at 2. Faustino Asprilla. Penalty earned by the Colombians, converted by Asprilla, his second of the afternoon.
And you use that word very, very well, Joe, earned, because that was a daring play by Colombia. You see the penalty put away very clinically, beautiful, good decision by the goalkeeper, but not enough to get there. But the Colombians took the chance on that free kick, took the daring opportunity, and it paid dividends. So you've got to give them credit for that. They deserve the penalty. It's a fair score right now.
There's the opportunities given by the Germans on fouls. The free kick for the Colombians played into Bermudez. And he was taken down by Lehman. Asprilla given the opportunity to equalize, and he did not let it go by the wayside. Now, Colombia again, and keep in mind the Colombians a man down. Alexander Lemus, 2 yellow cards in the first half. Now Cordova.
Good ball.
Morantes right to Congo. Ooh, foul goes against actually Congo, coming back against the German player. That is Nerlinger. Mateos out to Verns. Neuville challenged by Jepes. Colombia gets it back.
They both want this game, Joe. Both these teams want to win this game.
Nudged by Congo. Plays back and well offside. For the Colombians was Preciado. Preciado's pulled his shirt out as well. I guess he figured if it worked for Tino Asprilla to notch 2 on the afternoon, maybe he'd try it.
If it was just that easy, pull your shirt out and score 2 goals.
Long ball, and Neuville pleading for the foul, doesn't get it. Perhaps he does. Jepes the yellow card. First I didn't see the signal from Brian Hall, but he waited to call the player over. Mario Alberto Jepes. The 5th booking of the afternoon. The 3rd against the Colombians. Comes in the 71st minute. Waller ready for the free kick for Germany. Stops again. Now he puts his right foot into it all the way across. Neuville tried to run onto it. Comes to Reich. Takes the shot, just deflected wide. This will be a corner for Germany. And Eda Grivik ready to bring on a substitute here. And it will be Alexander Zickler. We wait the signal from the 4th official, but won't come in just yet. The corner. All the way across, some space, top of the box play on signaled by Brian Hall.
Oh, what a ball. It's a great ball.
Right across to Morantes. Asprilla running up the left side. He runs onto this. Tries to counter around Neuville.
Oh.
And Asprilla still sticks with it. Can't work it to Morantes, but does win the throw-in for Colombia. Faustino Asprilla trying to work some more magic.
He turns himself now. My knees are aching just looking at the turns that Asprilla makes. More curves and Space Mountain he throws into his runs. Just fabulous. He stops on the ball and redirects his whole body.
Morantes flicks into the 18, cleared out by the Germans. Under 20 minutes left in this one, tied at 2. Pair of goals by Preitz, 2 by Asprilla, 1 from the spot on a PK in the 68th minute. Now here come the Germans, again playing with the man advantage. Reich had cut away from Congo, and he will pick up the booking on this. Edwin Congo, a 4th yellow of the afternoon for the Colombians.
Oh, Lord. I think if he'd been any higher, he would have had a couple of letters from his girlfriend there. That was a really very, very high, dangerous tackle. Nasty.
As Reich picks himself up and now off the field. Well, another one who's worked hard all afternoon. That is Oliver Neuville.
There's really been all effort from both teams. Excellent, entertaining game for these fans in here in Miami and for everybody watching. Fabulous football.
Reich squares across. Oh, punched out by Cordoba. He's out. Preitz across. Headed in. Germany takes the lead. Marco Bolda. Set up by Michael Preitz, knowing Cordoba had come well out of the box. Just nodded it across to the middle, hoped somebody in a white shirt was there, and Marco Bolda was.
Again, one of those typical German goals. There's a couple of chances that the Germans could have had a shot at goal, but to take the right way. Great cross, deep cross here. The goalkeeper tries to get it, can only parry it. The ball comes back into the box. The right ball, brave header. Putting his head in where the boots and the studs are flying, doesn't matter. He'll have a couple of nice beers tonight to nurse that head injury that I'm sure he's got. Brave header, good goal, Germany.
Marco Bolda, his first goal for the German international team, and it comes in his 11th full match. And again, good vision by Preitz to see the player there, the goal in the 74th minute. So a great goal for the Germans with hard work again, taking advantage. I think Oscar Cordoba meant to get a little more punch on that, maybe punch it out into touch.
Yeah.
And just got a glance, and it dropped right to Preitz, and he was able to knock it across for Marco Bolda.
Well, that's the second situation where he's got a glove on the ball, Joe, and he hasn't been able to get enough of a hand on it, and it's cost him. The first goal was a similar situation. Goalkeeper's been there close enough to get to it, but just hasn't done quite enough and has been punished for it by the Germans.
There we saw Erlinger. Now Remer. Back to Mateus. It's a warm day here in Miami. Back to Lehmann. Hat back on now after that PK by Asprilla. Preitz challenging in the air with Bermudez, who wins it. However, into touch, the Germans will maintain possession. Moeller finds Babel ahead to Preitz. Hit from behind by Bermudez.
Who said this was a friendly match? I don't think it means anything to these guys. It means a lot to these players. Look at this. This is a meaningful game.
Moeller will take the free kick.
This is interesting.
Moeller steps into it and just sends it wide. Boy, a rocket from Andres Moeller, but off target.
Beautifully struck here. You see, he can get a lot of venom behind his shot. Great shape on the ball. Just whistles by a couple of yards, actually.
Both teams trying to work substitutes in. Lars Ricken will be entering the match for the Germans, and for the Colombians, we can look forward to Jorge Salcedo.
They're still fighting over every little tackle, every throw-in. They're going to be fighting over this one at the end of the game. 10 minutes left, 12 minutes left. They're really not leaving anything behind here now. Substitutes coming in for both teams.
And Reich comes off in favor of Ricken. Lars Ricken with Borussia Dortmund. Another one of the substitutions in for Germany. Alexander Zickler came in earlier. He with Bayern Munich. Oh, there's Cordoba across. Knocked away. Preciado was there. Morantes coming out for Colombia. For Jorge Salcedo. Oh, the foul goes against the Germans. Another opportunity here for Colombia.
They'll be bringing all the big guns up here now. There's not a player back left other than the goalkeeper for Colombia. They've got a chance their arm on this one. Needs to be a nicely delivered ball here from Esprilla.
Just a two-man wall for the Germans. Esprilla into the middle of the box. The flashing header, goal! Esprilla sets up Ivan Córdoba, and Colombia has equalized at 3.
Well, we said it had to be a nicely delivered ball by Esprilla, but he absolutely ties a big yellow ribbon around this ball in here. Beautiful glancing header, beats the goalkeeper at the far post. 3-3 sends the Colombian fans nuts. Absolutely great ball in here by Esprilla, and he jackknifes on that ball, just gets enough, beats the goalkeeper, all ends up. Great header, beautiful shape in by Esprilla, glancing header, beautiful goal. Quality goals all over this afternoon, Joe.
And it just floats up, and Ivan Ramiro Córdoba, his first goal for the Colombian national team here in Miami, past Jens Lehmann against Germany, and despite being a man down, the Colombians twice have been able to come back and equalize after the Germans had taken the lead.
Yeah, really cut and thrust both ways. You know, neither team laying down, both teams wanting this game.
On the far side, the throw in for Colombia. This is Congo.
The quality of the goals this afternoon, though, has been absolutely exemplary, you know. I mean, just the quality of the finishing and the lead up to the goals. Great international class.
There into the box, Lehmann will grab this one. Worked it back into the middle. Now Mueller. Babo tries to knock it forward. Comes back to Salcedo. Now Yepes will play it back to Oscar Córdoba. And with about 8.5 to go, I don't know, Ray, the Colombians might be content to settle for a draw here, especially after being a man down and falling behind twice, and Esprilla on the penalty kick. And then Ivan Córdoba on a beautiful setup by Faustino Esprilla on the restart with the free kick. Now trying to make his way into the box. That was Zickler. Didn't create much though. Now Esprilla plays forward for the Colombians and trying to spring free Edwin Congo, but service too strong. Lehman plays up the right side for the Germans. Now Raymer plays through, gets it back. Oh, Breit's taken down.
Worked hard all afternoon, this kid, hasn't he? The number 9 for Germany. He's really showed his team colours today. Worked so hard, this boy. Scored goals, took lots of knocks on his legs, and he's still looking to get the winner here this afternoon.
Muller plays through. Now Mateus. Oh, far side. Drops down for Ricken. Oh, but can't provide the service into the box.
Well, just when we thought Germany's pulled out enough to secure the game, the Colombians, with 10 men, as you say, Joe, bring themselves back up from the dead to tie the game up. Nearly 5 minutes left now. You know, who's going to get this final knockout punch? Be a sad group in the losing locker room here, so maybe a draw might be a fair result to an absolutely great game this afternoon in Miami.
On the far side, played through. Couldn't quite find Ricken. And now Moller will throw into Mateus. Lothar Mateus. Get some cheers and whistles on that one, as it looked like he had taken a dive long after the touch by Gaviria, but now into the box. The Germans can't convert. Laid out. But the foul whistled as Salcedo tried to make his way upfield. And we'll go up against the Germans.
Dicing with death there.
Looking for Preciado, but now the Germans to Moller. 14,500 here at the Orange Bowl this afternoon to see what has been a pretty good match. Congo works it to Cordoba, who has the tying goal here this afternoon. Lehman was well out of the 18, went back in. Now a long throw for Ricken. Mateus. We're inside 5 minutes to play. Ricken on the right side, and with Ricken in, it's ironically a fresh pair of legs, but it seems like they've lost some pace as far as what Neuville had provided there. Ricken chips it ahead, but drops down to the 18, and Cordoba lets it go. He'll take the goal kick. That's for certain. It's opened up a bit, Ray, but I don't think if you didn't count the yellow shirts out there, you wouldn't think it was 11 against 10.
Not at all. They've done the supporters proud, the Colombians today. They've really battled hard to get the odds even, and Germany hasn't been able to wear them down with that extra man. They've showed enough down both sides and created a lot, but the score's still the same.
Boda had put his team up 3-2, but goal by Cordoba for Colombia has us even at 3. Ricken.
Germans desperately looking for this winner now, because it'd be poetic. How many times have we seen the Germans win a game right on the death out of time, and this is what they're looking for here now, to go back to Germany on that long plane ride home.
Fabel. Now Ricken. Just has to play it back to Babel. Still can't find some space to create. Shot taken there by Nerlinger. Cordoba will send it deep. 3 minutes to play. Be some stoppage time from the goals that were scored, the yellow cards as well. And this should be a booking now against Mateus, perhaps? No, they just call the foul. Mateus had taken down Edwin Congo. very dangerous place for Faustino Asprilla, not much further away from where he had a direct kick before, and actually played it over to Ivan Cordoba, who headed it by Jens Lehmann.
See the Colombians this time though, Joe, left a couple of players back, 2 or 3 players back. And with the same commitment for this one. Dangerous position for Germany though.
And Asprilla again plays it back, but the foul is called in the box. There's the battle right off the free kick, so the Germans will have the restart.
Less than 2 minutes now, Joe. Just maybe one last chance for each team perhaps, but I think they're both ready to give this one up as 3-3, but don't count these Germans out with the last kick of the ball. Oh, indeed, Colombia.
And again, we'd like to thank our viewers who have joined us. As Innovative Sports brings you Germany and Colombia live from the Orange Bowl in Miami. Joe Tollison and Ray Hudson with you. As we are level at 3-3. Asprilla with a pair of goals. Ivan Cordoba the tying goal for the Colombians. Preitz with 2 for Germany, and Marco Boda as well. But now Ricken tries to square across, knocks into Yepes. Salcedo is there. It's cleared upfield, right to Preciado. At the sideline, knocks it into Nerlinger. Colombia maintains possession. Again, we'd like to remind you, Innovative Sports presenting England and Poland. Live on pay-per-view March 27th at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Check with your cable company or your local satellite provider to find out how you can get that great match between England and Poland to qualify for Euro 2000. And almost a must-win game for the English. But here, this game is 3-3 with Colombia playing a man down and still trying to press forward. And trying to work his way through with Zickler. Still challenging. Oh, Oscar Cordoba might have taken a little bit too much time there. Oh, nice play by Raymer for Germany, but couldn't quite continue his progress upfield. We'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time added here. The signal given by the 4th official on the sideline. So not much time left for either side here, Germany or Colombia. Now for the Germans, played through. Marco Boda has one this afternoon. This time squares across, headed out by Colombia, and Bermudez, the Colombian captain, has to concede the corner. And this is perhaps the opportunity the Germans have needed.
Again, getting a lot of success down the flanks again. This is it though. Last gasp.
Preitz in the middle, hovering just above the 6-yard box. Mola in the corner, punched out by Cordoba. A strong effort by the Colombian goalkeeper to just knock it away. And there's the whistle. The Colombians, a man down in the second half, salvage a 3-3 draw against Germany. Twice in the second half, the Germans took the lead. Preitz in the 55th minute, only to be countered by Tino Asprilla's second of the day from the spot. Then Marco Boda at the 74th minute, but that lead short-lived, as just 6 minutes later, Ivan Cordoba, off a free kick, Asprilla set up Cordoba, and he buried the header by Jens Lehmann, and these teams will leave 3-3 the tie. And Ray, I would think when all is said and done on this brief trip to America, the Germans will go home disappointed.